stand up, Kevin. Come on, buddy.
Yep. You got to shoot it now.
Yeah, you see it coming.
There's the takedown attempt by Randleman with a shot back up to his feet. Excellent. And by Randleman. Knocks down Krokop.
Holy
Unbelievable.
Who would have guessed that?
Randleman has Krokop on his back.
It's over. Unbelievable.
Kevin Randleman has knocked down Mirko Krokop. The monster has knocked down Mirko Krokop. Kevin Randleman has knocked down Mirko Krokop.
Oh my God!
Excellent.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute 57 seconds, who said things cannot happen in the world of mixed martial arts? Mirko Krokop, considered to be one of the top 3 favorites to go all the way. Kevin the Monster Randleman received a phone call, was asked to participate. Kevin Randleman, a former UFC heavyweight champion. Kevin Randleman has done what many people thought was the impossible. Randleman has knocked out the Croatian sensation, and the Monster is on his way to critical countdown. He's airing. What are your thoughts on what you've just seen?
Oh, unbelievable. The X factor in this sport. You can never underestimate the X factor of this. As you saw earlier with Stefan Leko and Ogawa, Stefan did not expect Ogawa to come out. He got caught with the left hook. Tonight, right hook by Kevin. Mirko was totally focused on the shot. Kevin threw the wild right hook, caught him, took him down clean, it was over.
Ross Rutan, you've been with this company from the outset. What are your thoughts and what has just transpired?
He did a beautiful thing. What he did, he took a shot, he missed the shot, he dived down again, and then he came with the right hand. Krokop thought it was another shot, hit him with the right hand,
that was
finished him up on the ground.
Unorthodox style is so difficult to defend.
Oh my God, and he's got so much explosive power, and I told you before, I said, listen, if he is on, he could beat Krokop. I told you, I said it in interviews, I'm happy it is on tape, because I got evidence. I said, if he is on, he's on.
Well, if anybody knows, it's this man right here.
No.
Heath Herring, Randleman during his interview said it best. He said this would not go the distance. One of two things were going to happen. Mirko Krokop was going to get knocked out, or Kevin Randleman was going to get knocked out.
Oh,
here's your answer. What a left hook.
Left hook, yeah.
Left hook, and now he's banging away, and the hammer fist is going to do it. You watch, he's going to create some distance so he can strike. He's got some striking distance.
There you go.
And that was the first 1, 2, 3, 4, over and out. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Oh.
That left hook puts him to the canvas. Randleman on top of him. Continues to pepper him with the left hand, and Kevin the Monster Randleman has the microphone.
Here he comes.
Okay, let's listen to what he has to say.
For all the fans, Japanese, Croatian, Russian, American, I just want to say God bless all of you, and the whole world needs more peace and more love.
皆さん、ファンの皆様、みんなが日本人であっても、クロアチア人であっても、ロシア人であっても、そしてアメリカ人であっても、皆様に神のご加護がありますように、そして世界平和と皆さんのもとに愛が届くようにお祈りします。
An ejected Mirko Krokop makes his way back to the dressing room.
If you did not think that I was scared coming in here fighting this man, you're wrong.
私がこの試合に臨む前、怖かったんだろうと思ったでしょう。そうです。怖かったです。
I'm human, just like everybody.
私もみんなと同じように一人の人間です。
But for you, and you, I'll go to hell and heaven and back. I fight for you guys. I love you guys. Arigatou gozaimasu. See you in 2 months.
Party on, baby, this is it.
Heath Herring, what does this do for the rest of the tournament? I know you're an active participant. I know you want to win as well, but what does this do for you, Heath Herring, even? Talk about from your perspective and then the rest of the tourney.
From my perspective, a huge danger was just eliminated. Krokop. That's not to say that Randleman is not a danger. It's not to say that at all. Excellent. Excellent, buddy.
Kevin Randleman has just dropped by the broadcast booth. Heath Herring, you're absolutely correct. A huge danger has been eliminated, but for the rest of the competition, what does this do? I mean, for Kevin Randleman, unbelievable, my friend. This guy right now has just shot himself right up there.
Throws the tournament hateable totally upside down. Totally upside down now.
What happens if Mark Coleman now is going to win, his teammate?
And that is a sleeper right there, guys.
Yeah.
That is a sleeper.
And that's what I said also. He might win.
I gave Kevin a good shot as well, but Mark, I think he's the big sleeper in this fight.
Well, Heath Herring, congratulations on your victory, my friend. Good luck at Critical Countdown. Boss Rutan.
Thanks very much for being here.
We have seen a little bit of everything, but my friends, Kevin Randleman has shocked the world. He has eliminated Mirko Krokop. Randleman is on his way to Critical Countdown in June.
Wow.
See you guys June 20th.
ここでご来場の皆様に重大な発表があります。なんとあの男のプライドグランプリ参戦が決定しました。2001年 K1 ワールドグランプリ王者マーク・ハント。
Mark Hunt.
You know, boss, we have just seen one of the biggest shocks in Pride history, and nothing could take away from Kevin Randleman. He's a world-class fighter, but so many people were saying that it was going to be Mirko Krokop in it at the end with the likes of Nogueira and Emelianenko Fedor, as we're joined now by the Iceman Chuck Liddell, who's coming off the biggest win of his career at UFC 47, knocking out his arch rival in Tito Ortiz. Now look at this, you guys. We have another big surprise as K1 superstar Mark Hunt has decided to join the big show in Pride as well, boss.
Well, I don't know. You know, I interviewed him before and he said he's been training a little bit on the ground. I asked him, with or without a gi? He said, without a gi. I said, man, when do you fight? He says, in June. I said, it's 2 months. You know, I don't know if that's a good idea. What I do know, that this guy can take a lot of punishments. I mean, he took that high kick from Mirko Krokop, shook it up, and he kept fighting. So this guy can really, take a shot.
Oh, this guy can fight. But I'm going to worry about him having, 2 months, 3 months of ground altogether total.
Yeah.
If he gets in there with anybody with some takedowns, it's going to be a long night for him.
You know, boss and Chuck, this in and of itself is a huge event for Pride. Mark Hunt now has the microphone and we'll listen to him. But Chuck, I want to ask you your thoughts on what just transpired between Randleman and Krokop as well.
I have been really excited watching these fights.
今日は非常にエキサイティングな試合ばかりで興奮しています。
I became the K1 champion, and now I would like to become the mixed martial arts champion.
私は K1 のチャンピオンにはなりました。ですのでこれから MMA 総合格闘技のチャンピオンを目指したいと思います。
I have a question for everyone.
さて皆さんにお聞きしたいことがあります。
Where should I fight? Which ring should I choose?
どこで試合をしたらどのリングを選ぶべきでしょうか。
You're right, there are so many MMA fighting events around the world. If you are a man, you always try to be the best in the world. I want to fight in the Pride ring.
そうです、確かに世界中にはいろいろな MMA のリングがありますが、男だったら一番頂点を目指さなければいけないと思います。私はこの世界最高峰と呼ばれるプライドのリングで戦ってみたいと思います。
Well, boss, he's made his decision, much to the delight of this crowd here at Saitama Super Arena. Mark Hunt is signing with Pride Fighting Championships. Another K1 star has made the move.
I'll be here as a pride fighter.
Yes, but like I said, 3 months of training, it's kind of difficult. I mean, but he can't take a hit, and he can't punch, and he can't kick. And once people come, this guy's a tank. He will come straight for you. If he hits you, you will go down, my friend.
Indeed, a huge signing for Pride Fighting Championships. Mark Hunt, the 2002 K1 Grand Prix champion, has decided to come to Pride Fighting Championships where the best fighters in the world compete.
5 months. It has been 5 months since that you fought your last fight. And it was a good fight. It was against Mirko Korkop. What have you been up to in those last 5 months?
Yeah, I was training like a normal, In the last 3 months, I went to Cuba to train some boxing with the Brazilian Olympic team,
3 months?
Yeah, 3 months before I was there for like almost 1 month. I get a little bit better, my standing up, how to move the ring, how to cut the ring, And I improved that part. And then I went to São Paulo, another capital from Brazil, and stayed with them for almost 1 month. Then I came back to the Brazilian top team the last month and I improved my ground skills. I want to get back the belt, to be the champion again. To me, it's very important. I think more important than money.
Everybody pretty much knows that you're in the final 4.
But to be there, I have to be the Japanese guy. He's a young fighter. He's going to hungry to fight,
Yep.
And in June, I don't know who's gonna face me, there. So I gotta be ready, though. I got respect for another opponents, but I want to be there in August. That is I'm training for and focused for. I want to be there in August. It doesn't matter who's going to be the opponent.
All right, boss, on deck it is interim heavyweight champion Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira set to face off with Hirotaka Yokoi. Now, Yokoi, we don't know too much about.
No.
Other than he's undefeated at 10-0.
I know, but he's a submission guy. That's what we know. Because all the fights that he won, it's by or submission or it's by decision. He never won by knockout. So it's like you said, it's pretty safe to say that he's a submission artist. But he's going to face Antonio Nogueira. The guy's from Brazilian top team, black belt, trains with the best people in the world. My guess is he's better in submission than Yokoi is. Although I really would like to see that Nogueira is going to try to keep his fight on his feet and try to knock him out. Since he's been working on his boxing in Cuba, I think that would be a great thing to show off to the people. Hey, you know what? I can hit too.
All right, boss, we are joined at ringside for our next bout by UFC superstar coming off his biggest win to date, handing Tito Ortiz his first knockout loss ever. I'm talking, of course, about the Iceman, Chuck Liddell. Chuck, welcome to ringside.
Thanks for having me. It's been a great show so far.
And you were in the corner, Kevin the Monster Randleman. What are your thoughts on what just happened?
He did a great job. I mean, I didn't think he'd knock him out on his feet, but I thought he could win by a ground and pound. But we told him, either stay very close to him or stay way away from him. Don't get that middle ground where Mirko is really dangerous. And he followed the game plan really well, and you see the results.
And congratulations to you as well, Chuck, coming off the biggest win of your career, an awesome display in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
and UFC 47.
Thank you very much.
It was beautiful.
And we move on. Speaking of beautiful, this guy has all the beautiful skills of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he's fresh off a tour of Cuba where he trained with the Cuban boxing national team and also has worked on his Muay Thai. I'm talking about the interim Pride heavyweight champion, Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. What's your take on him, Chuck?
Hey, he's just outright tough. If you saw that fight he had with Mirko, the punishment he took, and then came out and wound up taking him down in armbar. And that's just flat out tough guy.
Yeah. And let's not forget Bob Sapp, the fight. You remember when he got
Bob Sapp. Oh God, I thought he was dead. He got spiked on his head. I thought he was dead.
Me too.
He just still kept going. No quitting, that guy.
Yeah. He can take a lot of punishment. He took all the punches that Fedor gave him.
And there you
and
see
he didn't stop. He lost it on decision.
And we saw there his opponent, Hirotaka Yokoi, who is undefeated in MMA at 10-0, and is also very good on the ground. In fact, has won many of his bouts with the ground game and also possesses a very granite-like chin. So a lot of people not giving him a lot of what you would say an opportunity or a chance to win this fight, but he also may surprise a few people in this bout. Having said that, Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, the interim Pride Heavyweight Champion, definitely has his sights set on going all the way in this tournament. But then again, so did Mirko Cro Cop, right, boss?
Yes. If it is what you say, okay, give it to me.
So Yokoi is 25, 5'10", 243 pounds.
Okay, now, but if you say all the things come in 3, and these last 3 fights are going to be reversed, that would mean that Yokoi is going to win this, and then Mark Coleman is going to win the other one. And that would be really weird, because then Mark Coleman and Kevin Randleman will be in the same tournament.
Nogueira's 27, 6'3", 226 pounds, so he definitely has the height and reach advantage, while Yokoi outweighs him by about 17 pounds as they do the traditional stare down, and they're not taking their eyes off each other. So, Chuck, what kind of a fight do you anticipate we see? Do you know much about Yokoi, of course, being a Japanese fighter?
I haven't seen much of Yokoi, but I expect he's going to try to work on some of that boxing he's been doing. Nogueira is and try to work, stay away from Yokoi's strength, even though that's his strength too.
And you can hear the remnants of Chuck Liddell. He was probably screaming and celebrating with Kevin the Monster Randleman as he was in his corner after that stunning knockout victory over Mirko Cro Cop. As we begin this matchup now, Nogueira has Yokoi along the ropes, working the body lock.
He's got a double underhook here.
There's a knee.
I can't see it from this
From
side.
the
No, he doesn't.
point, nope.
Only one.
Yokoi answers with a knee. Now Yokoi. Yep. Underhook, overhook.
It's strange. I really thought that Nogueira would really push himself away here, get out of the clinch, and using his boxing skills. I really expected that.
Well, Nogueira, he's traditionally a wrestler type, and a lot of times once they get in a fight, they go right back to what they're most comfortable with, and that's wrestling and his jiu-jitsu.
World-class Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, in fact, a two-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion, and now he has him on the ground into the cross-side position, also known as the side mount. Very dangerous now for Yokoi as he tries to land some lefts, does Nogueira. Boss, what do you see him attempting to do here?
I don't know, but hitting the top of the skull might hurt your hand. I wouldn't do that. I would position myself a little bit lower, and then so you can hit his jaw, actually.
And how about you, Chuck? What would you recommend?
I think what he's doing is just trying to loosen him up a little bit to go for a submission. He's not really trying to strike him real hard with those punches or cause much damage.
Opportunity here perhaps to also go for some knee strikes to the side of his body.
Looks like he's looking for a side choke already here on this arm here, and the left arm if you quite watch.
Very slow and methodical pace to begin this bout. Just over 2 minutes have elapsed between the interim heavyweight champion Nogueira and Hirotaka Yokoi.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, yes, he's totally in side mount. Let's see what he can do now. He's looking for a submission. Like you said, Chuck, he's setting him up with some punches, knees to the head. Nice escape here.
Nice move. Wow. Yokoi.
Great reversal by Hirotaka Yokoi into the body lock now.
Back to that over-under fight. Both of them are going to be working this.
More of a nice knee coming out from the break.
This is what he should do. Box.
Fans now anticipate some striking. And we can tell you that the first round of this tournament has drawn a crowd of 42,110.
Look at this.
So just over 42,000 people here at the Saitama Super Arena.
He's got both under.
Both underhook.
So now it's a full body lock. So tremendous crowd taking in the action, and they've seen everything.
Dug it back in. Did a good job getting his underhooks back.
He's looking for that trick takedown. There it is. A judo throw by Koi, dropping the hammer fist. Back up to his feet, and Nogueira's in the buttscoop position.
He's going to try to go to the side mount here. Going to push the legs to the side. But I think it's a very difficult task to do it with Nogueira. Until now, Yukoi looks really impressive. Good balance.
We've already seen one of the Holy Trinity eliminated in Mirko Krokop. They were saying that Krokop, Nogueira, and Fyodor Emelianenko were expected to make it to final conflict in August. Yukoi will try to make it 2 upsets in a row. Look at Yukoi now taunting Nogueira. Nogueira wanting none of it.
Wants to exchange with him sitting there.
Yeah.
And we mentioned Yukoi does have a strong chin.
Well, he's in a better position to exchange, too.
Exactly.
Yeah. One guy's hitting from the bottom, one guy's hitting from the top.
And Nogueira, we know, also has a strong chin. As you mentioned, Chuck, the punishment that he took against the likes of Mirko Krokop. The Nogueira twins, in fact, are freaks of nature. And yeah, you're right. Looking for that. Armbar is... Yeah, the shoulder lock. No.
Nice.
Gets out of it. Nicely done by Yukoi.
He's good. Yukoi is good.
And the fans rally behind Hirotaka Yukoi.
Very nice counters.
Wow.
Perhaps surprising some people back home is Yukoi.
Okay, at least we have 5 minutes.
Nice arm drag. Nice drag.
Yeah, we can officially say this is the longest fight of the night here in the opening round of this tournament.
Restart in the center of the ring will happen in about now and 10 seconds, I guess.
Side mount now, perhaps looking for.
He's going to probably go for a figure four.
Now going to the top position. No, nice reversal again. Oh, nice combination of punches thrown by Yukoi. Well done.
He's got a nice half guard. Guys, he's going out the back.
Yep.
And Yukoi does it again, just simply stepping out of the way. And he wants Nogueira perhaps to stand up. Nogueira in the buttscoop position, now back into the open guard. And you feel, Chuck, right now, is Nogueira is working on the jiu-jitsu-like maneuvers. I was going to ask you, do you think he's at all frustrated by Yukoi? But maybe he's already answered my question because he continues to work on his BJJ skills. Do you see that?
I don't think he's frustrated. I mean, has too much experience in this to be frustrated from this. He's just going to keep working for his stuff, and he's going to keep trying to set it up.
Yep, you're exactly right. He's shown us that in the last fights. In all his fights, you know, he will keep going, and then once, bang, when you make one mistake, he will catch you.
Nogueira in the interviews prior to the bout said that he does respect Hirotaka Yukoi, not wanting to underestimate his Japanese opponent whatsoever. Again, Yukoi is undefeated at 10-0. Yukoi wanting again to engage in the strike fest. There's an up kick that connects on the face. Another one.
Are those legal?
Yeah,
yes,
those
they
are
are
legal.
here in Pride.
But you can also just kick him in the center of the chest and kick him away from him, and then get up.
Yeah, forget it, coming from UFC to Pride. There's a few rule differences.
Some strikes from the bottom now by Nogueira as he gets busier. Less than 3 minutes remaining now in round number 1. So Nogueira now becoming busier from the bottom as Yukoi gets back up to a vertical base. Nogueira still in that buttscoop position where he is comfortable. Now Yukoi attacking the back of Nogueira's left leg. Is there any chance whatsoever, you guys, of Nogueira accepting that challenge to get back up with his feet?
Hey, listen, I would do it. Look at his knee bar. Oh, no, he missed it. He is looking for everything, but Yukoi is good.
Yukoi hasn't really invited him to get back to his feet. He's standing up, still standing over and kicking him. If he wanted him to get up, he'd walk away and back up. And then they'd make him get up.
He trips him down. Now they are back on their feet. The fans like this, as does Boss Wooten.
I want to see
And I'm
the
sure Chuck
boxing
was there as
skills.
well. Both of you guys, very good strikers. And let's see how much that training in Cuba with the national boxing team of Cuba has helped Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, who already is very dangerous, and any weapon that he can add to his arsenal will make him that much more lethal. Of course, he wants to unify that heavyweight championship against Fyodor Emelianenko, and that very well could happen over the course of this tournament.
He's got to attack. He's got to come in punches. That's why he's got to do this.
Trying to close the gap. Yokoi now backs into the corner.
Sitting on the corner, wants him to come in, I guess.
Another one, good one. Oh, that was acid for a knee.
Going for the tie clinch and the knee. You're right, boss.
Nice jab there. Short and stiff. Good.
Oh, there's a nice right-left combination delivered by Nogueira into the final 60 seconds now. And now Yokoi comes back with a combination of his own. Chuck, you're, again, very proficient striker. What do you see materializing here? What do they need to do to make their punches even more crisper? Close the gap, square up their stance. What has to happen here, Chuck?
Nogueira's doing a great job.
Oh, knee right on the head. Sorry, Chuck.
Nogueira's doing a great job got up there striking. He's throwing crisp combinations, just staying tight and walking towards him.
Okay, and this could be a finish, and even though there's an arm in between, the team, the Brazilian,
Yokoi's popped his head on this Yokoi.
He's doing it again.
Game fighter, and time may become Nogueira's enemy. 10 seconds left. Yokoi, a survivor.
Go for a triangle.
Into the last 5 seconds of what has been an entertaining bout. And yes, 10 minutes is in the books. And a tremendous opening round between Hirotaka Yokoi and Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. What did you think, Chuck?
I thought it was an exciting round. It was a lot of groundwork, and I usually prefer the stand-up, but it was very exciting groundwork. It went back and forth. Both guys working for stuff. No one stalling, so.
You know what the good thing is? What the thing is? I see Yokoi walking back to the ring, and he's kind of wobbly. It looks like he's tired. And Nogueira looked really fresh when he walked back to the corner. So I don't know if that's going to play effect. Look at this hip throw here.
That was a beautiful hip throw.
All right, Chuck, why don't you walk us through part of this replay?
Well, which part would you like me to walk you through?
Right here.
That was a very nice reversal. He and then he also counters here. He gets under and starts to the half guard. Well, we didn't see it. They're switching scenes pretty quickly.
Yeah, can't say.
Well, you're right. We did see a little bit of everything, the ground game, the stand-up game, and Yokoi hung in there with the interim heavyweight champion.
Yep, he did a real good job. Hey, but listen, 10-0, all the submissions, so the guy's good.
You better believe that, and in fact, coming off a victory over Wilson Gouveia at Hook and Shoot, Absolute Fighting Championships 2. Last year, you see in his corner, TK, a man you know well, boss, as do you, Chuck, UFC veteran.
Yep.
While in the corner, Nogueira, we have Mario Sperry and the rest of the Brazilian top team.
Murilo Bustamante, I think, is also there.
Yes, he is.
You know what the thing is with Nogueira? Nogueira always comes back stronger in round number 2 and even stronger in round number 3. So I think if that could be a mind, how you say it in a nice way, because I wanted to say it in a bad way. But that could be in the back of the mind of Yokoi, because he's tired. He looks tired to me.
Yeah, he looks really tired. And Nogueira seems to get stronger as the fight goes on always.
Good point. We are
he's always in great shape. He can always go the distance.
Conditioning, definitely a Brazilian's fighter's forte. Nogueira with an overall record of 21-2-1. This is his 11th appearance in the Pride Fighting Championships. A record of 9-1. His only loss, of course, coming against Fyodor Emelianenko, where he lost the heavyweight championship. There's a looping right hand that misses by Yokoi. There's a knee to the gut, but a nice judo takedown by Yokoi. Goes self-position.
Look at this, how he gets up.
Escape by Nogueira. Wow. Yokoi has some tricks.
Impressive.
As I would say, up his sleeve, boss, and you're supposed to say?
No, he's not wearing any sleeves.
Okay, thank you. There's some combinations being delivered there by Nogueira.
Nogueira should really start pressing the fight. That's what I think. Press, make him tired.
He's throwing good combinations, and he needs to just step it up a little more, throw a few more, and move in more.
Definitely have to increase the tempo, start dictating the pace of this fight, because you're right, Yokoi, while he has definitely impressed, is beginning to fatigue. As you can see even there, the way he's backing up, he's on wobbly legs.
Nice knee to the body there.
Looking, and there's a sloppy shot.
And knees to the head. Oh, my God.
He's got the...
In a bad position, he's starting to get knee to the head.
Trying to turn him over the choke here.
Choke. Yep, that's a choke.
Interesting
Oh,
choke.
he's
Yeah,
got
it's
it.
over.
Oh, nice.
With a neat little choke there, Chuck.
I've never seen that choke. That was pretty creative.
That was a top team special. That's what it was.
An unorthodox choke by Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. He neatly puts away a very game Hirotaka Yokoi, and the interim heavyweight champion will advance to our final 8 at 1:25 of the second round. Your thoughts, Chuck Liddell?
I thought it was a great fight. I think Yokoi started getting tired in the second round, and as we said, Nogueira gets stronger as he goes, and he came out there and seemed to figure him out. I mean, it looked like he took a desperation shot because he was getting beat on his feet. Yokoi was getting beat on his feet, was tired, took a desperation shot, got stuck underneath him.
Yeah, I think the front choke, what we see here, what he's going to do now, it's kind of like a side choke. Watch, when he turns around,
an upside-down side choke.
He cuts off this blood circulation here with his right arm.
Yep.
You see, and his other arm, Yokoi's own arm, is pushing in his other side.
Yep.
So he cuts off both sides of the blood circulation, so it's kind of a side choke upside down.
Yeah, he
Upside down
pinches
side
the
choke, reverse
carotid
side choke.
artery.
That was very
That's
nice.
right.
Really cool, never seen it.
Yeah, very well done. The pinching the carotid artery, cutting off the air supply to the brain. The innovative Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira does it again, and he is on his way to critical countdown June 20th. And Iceman Chuck Liddell, continued success with you, my friend, in the UFC. Bigger and better things, I'm sure, are in your future. Possibly another shot at that middleweight or the light heavyweight championship. We'll have to see what happens when Peter Belfort and Randy Couture settle their score.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I can't wait for that fight.
All right, there you have it. Well, Chuck, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure for, thank God you were the longest one who was sitting with us. Everybody was else for like 1 minute. But you actually had a second round.
And Chuck, we've just been informed that you are going to be working in the main event in Mark the Hammer Coleman's corner. This is interesting for the simple fact we saw what Kevin Randleman did, a teammate of Mark Coleman's in a Hammer House. Where do you put Mark Coleman's chances against Fyodor Emelianenko? Where we've seen...
I think he has a great chance. I picked him for the upset of the night. I mean, the best chance of having a big upset of the night. So we already got Kevin having a big upset. Now it's his turn.
And why do you say that? Why do you say Mark Coleman has the greatest chance at an upset? Is it because of his conditioning?
Styles make fights, and his style is a style that could give Fyodor trouble.
You know Mark Coleman for a long, long time. Would you say that over the past 4 years since winning the Grand Prix, is this the best shape that you have seen him in since then? He's gone through a lot of injuries, a lot of trials.
He looks great. He looked great the other day. We were working with him in the workout room, and he looks great. I think he's got a great chance of winning this fight.
Well, again, thank you very much, Chuck Liddell, and best of luck to Mark the Hammer Coleman in the main event, and best of luck to you in your future.
Thank you very much.
Arigatou gozaimashita, as they say in Japan.
Boa noite.
Thanks,
皆さん
Chuck.
こんばんは。
Essa noite eu tô aqui se apresentando para vocês, me apresentando mais uma vez.
今夜はみんなの前でまた試合を戦うために来ました。
Espero que vocês tenham gostado do show.
いかがだったでしょうか。
Boss Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira now addressing the crowd.
Yep.
Mais uma vez, eu treinei vários meses para me apresentar para vocês aqui do Pride.
And thanking them for their support, telling them that he fights for them.
Estou treinando para isso e esse ano eu vou ser campeão do Grand Prix. Todo respeito aos meus adversários. どうもありがとうございました。
本当に今回は
And that was thank you very much at the end. Only the middle part we have to fill in now.
And we are going to be filling that in momentarily. But thank you very much for that end translation. You're very good.
Yeah, you're good.
Arigato.
I taught you some words. And actually,
Yes.
you came up with a lot of Japanese words too.
There's his biggest fan in Japan, I
What
understand.
would you say to that girl on the street?
I would say anatakire. Anatakire, I would say to that lady. Okay, and what he said is that he's training hard, and he does believe that he will be the one, as that finger that's high above symbolizes. He thinks he will win this tournament, and why not? Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, a very impressive outing here, as he will definitely go on to Critical Countdown June 20th.
Yep, and you know what? I have to give props to Yokoi, okay?
Oh, big time.
So although that he lost, you know, I have to give him big props because, yeah, he impressed me. But hey, the best man wins, and that is Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. And
coming up, it is the main event. And let's see what will happen there as the Pride Heavyweight Champion Fyodor Emelianenko takes on the 2000 Pride Grand Prix Champion in Mark the Hammer Coleman, and it is straight ahead.
Coming into the Grand Prix, you are facing Mark the Hammer Coleman. People told me, actually you told me, that you kind of learned the ground and pound from Mark the Hammer Coleman, and now you're facing him. What do you think about that?
First, let me say that I really respect Mark Coleman, and I really like him as a fighter. And I know that he is a legend in mixed martial arts, and with his record in the UFC and his great record in Pride, including winning the last heavyweight Grand Prix, so I definitely respect him as a fighter. I think that since both of us have the technique of ground and pound, that's very true, and we're both experts in ground and pound. However, I don't think that you could actually say that I've learned from his technique. I've got my own style, and I think that's going to be the champion style.
How's training been going?
It's good. I'm healthy for the first time in 2, 3, 4 years. I feel pretty good, pretty comfortable, pretty confident. And, you know, we got there, and like you said, ground and pound, that's what I do. And I'm going to count on it this time as well, because he's a very good, well-rounded fighter. Probably the best in the world, like you said, but intangibles come into play, and I'm going to find a way to win this fight. I think maybe he has respect for me, which is good. I have respect for him as well, but well, once the fight starts, it's all out the door. And what you can do, you will show, and we'll find out.
Boss Rutan, this one could get very interesting very quickly. It's the inventor of the ground and pound in Coleman and a ground and pound specialist himself in Emelianenko. What are the keys to victory for Emelianenko?
Emelianenko has to keep this fight on his feet. If not, he has to make sure that he's going to end up in Mark Coleman's guard, because he's very strong from the position from being in the guard of somebody. He's got those haymakers. They're unbelievable. I've never seen anybody in the world hitting that hard. So he's that dangerous coming from me. I'm saying that hard he hits. Mark Coleman has to make sure that he's going to take him down, stay on top, pass the guard, because Fedor probably right away will go for the guard, pass the guard, go to side mount, start raining knees, north-south position, and then we all go back in a flashback. We go back to the Grand Prix in 2000, what he did to Igor Vovchanchyn. If he can do the same thing, start raining knees from the north-south position on his head, Mark can win this fight.
Something tells me we're going to see a lot of these in this matchup. Let's find out, shall we?
Boss, it has been an incredibly eventful first round thus far, and it culminates with this, the main event of the opening round, Total Elimination 2004, and it features the Pride Heavyweight Champion, Fyodor Emelianenko, taking on the 2000 Pride Grand Prix Heavyweight Champion in Mark the Hammer Coleman. And believe me, after what we've seen transpire so far tonight, I think anything can happen. You're right.
I told you before, with Kevin, same thing, same with Mark. He might win this fight. And here he comes with his belt, his 2000 Grand Prix belt.
Mark Coleman, first off, boss, before we go any further, wants to say a great big hello to two very special people in his life, and those are his two daughters, Mackenzie and Morgan. We know that they are watching, and Mackenzie and Morgan, we want to pass along to you this very special message, something you know already, but your dad, Mark, just wants you to know that he loves you very, very much, and win or lose, he is coming home very soon to you. So, Mackenzie and Morgan, Dad is dedicating this one to you, and we know it's going to be a tremendous fight between the inventor right there of the ground and pound and someone who many believe may have even taken it to the next level in Emelianenko Fyodor, or Fyodor Emelianenko as it's supposed to be said. And by the way,
No, you're doing it good. You know what?
Fyodor
It is
Emelianenko.
Fyodor. And you are going to be attacked on the internet now because everybody says Fedor, and you are wrong, they say. But we asked Fedor, actually you asked Fyodor, and he says no, it's Fyodor. Okay, so everybody at home, please don't hit the keyboards and start banging down on him.
Take a break off the keyboards. It is Fyodor Emelianenko. Thank you very much. But don't worry, boss. They'll still say something about it, perhaps. In any event, this is the main event. Someone we have come to know over the years as a legend is Mark the Hammer Coleman. Boss, the 42,110 fans selling out the Saitama Super Arena, teeming with anticipation for this, the main event of the first round, Total Elimination 2004. Coleman is 39, 6'1", 232 pounds, representing Hammer House.
182センチ、108.5キロ、
Emelianenko is 27, 6'1", 237 pounds, now a member of the Red Devil Fight Club.
And actually, Kate Grant, the announcer, said his name right. Fyodor.
Yes, Fyodor, that's correct.
Hey.
Kate Grant, of course, the best ring announcer in MMA. And here we have it, my friends.
Look at this, the respect here.
Big time respect. The inventor of the ground and pound. And Emelianenko, of course, has looked up to Mark Coleman. These two fighters bringing to an end the first round of this tournament. You cannot tell me, boss, that Mark Coleman is not inspired by what happened earlier tonight when his protege, when his good friend Kevin Randleman defeated Mirko Cro Cop, and now Coleman on top of Emelianenko in the corner.
He's got him down. That's one thing for sure, but can he hold him down? Yes, he can or not. He's got an underhook. Yes, he can hold him down. Of course he can hold him down.
Physically, these two are very similar.
He's going for a choke now.
Coleman, 12 years older than Emelianenko. And now he has the hooks in, but again, there he is going for a rear naked choke, is Coleman. But you can see Emelianenko doing the right thing there, boss, tucking his chin and turning to the side, and in no danger whatsoever.
Yeah, Coleman should try to climb on top right now, because otherwise he might turn himself, Fedor that is, and otherwise Coleman needs to get his guard really, really tight around him. Which is a little bit dangerous, because if you cross your feet, you can be leg locked. Yeah, they're half locked.
Of course,
it's very difficult to choke somebody, especially with these gloves, I'm telling you. If you know the right move to defend yourself.
Oh, and there,
look
what
at
you've
those.
always suggested, boss, from the under the arm, raining in some right hands now. That good transition there by Emelianenko.
He's going to lift
for the
him
guillotine.
up. He's going to lift him up. Coleman is going to lift him up. He's got to go in between his legs, and he's got to lift him up. This is what's going to happen. Watch.
Looking for that crotch throw is Coleman. And popping his head out is Coleman. But now he's met with a couple of left and right, and there's a knee, but Coleman comes back with a single leg.
He's holding the
double
legs
leg now and picking them up.
He was holding the ropes. Fedor was holding the ropes.
Nice takedown by Coleman.
Don't let him get the guard.
Open guard.
Yes, bring him down.
In Coleman's corner, we have Kevin Randleman, victorious earlier tonight over Mirko Cro Cop, as well as the Iceman Chuck Liddell and Wes Sims. In Emelianenko's corner, Alexander Emelianenko, his brother, and Vladimir Goranov.
He's got
here's the armbar. And Coleman at the tap.
Oh, no.
And Fyodor Emelianenko submits Mark the Hammer Coleman with the armbar. Fyodor Emelianenko, the Pride Heavyweight Champion, submits the 2000 Grand Prix champion. And at 2 minutes and 11 seconds of the opening round, Fyodor Emelianenko is on his way to critical countdown. And he will advance to the Great Eight, June 20th.
Everybody thought that Fyodor was a ground and pound fighter. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he does know submissions.
And he is celebrating there, hugging with his brother, while a dejected and despondent Mark Coleman kneels down, taking a moment now to console himself. Fyodor Emelianenko doing the right thing, coming over. And this is what makes this sport so great and so wonderful. Perhaps the passing of the torch is now official. Coleman doing the sportsmanlike thing and raising the arm of the victorious Fyodor Emelianenko. And let's take a look here, boss.
Okay, here we go, and watch how he sets it up. It's high guard, real high guard, and he's got it already. My God, he switches him in like a middleweight or a lightweight. Very fast. So, next opponent, be aware. He does know submissions. And very good, too.
2 minutes, 11 seconds of the first round. The Pride Heavyweight Champion, Fyodor Emelianenko, as we take a look one more time, boss. There you see it. From underneath, able to extend the arm. And now let's listen to our heavyweight champion as he addresses the crowd. A successful return to Pride for Fyodor Emelianenko.
Марку Колману. Это великий боец. Я отдаю ему дань уважения. А также хочу сказать большое спасибо вам, болельщикам Прайда и боев без правил.
Yep, he's probably saying that he's very happy. And he's explaining to the people that, hey, listen, I cannot only punch, but I can do some submissions too.
He mentioned Mark Coleman's name, and I would venture to guess that he is giving him all the props and respect in the world as the crowd here applauds him. We're getting the translation right now. He thanks the crowd. He thanks Mark Coleman. And really, let's face it, Mark Coleman has meant so much to the sport, boss. He was a two-time UFC tournament champion, former undisputed UFC heavyweight champion, the 2000 Pride Grand Prix tournament champion, and really, even though he lost rather quickly, I really don't believe that this is the end for Mark Coleman.
No. There's no pointing a mark. I know. He will be back.
And Fyodor Emelianenko wrapped up his address to the crowd by saying he's going to make them very happy in this ring. And let's, one more time, take a look. As the fighters now are being introduced, the ones who have advanced to critical countdown, Heath Herring is now making his way to the ring. SERGEI KHARITONOV. We can tell you that Heath Herring at 4 minutes and 53 seconds of round one via technical knockout defeated Takahashi. At 4 minutes and 14 seconds of the first round, SERGEI KHARITONOV knocked out MURILO Ninja Hua. At 4 minutes and 4 seconds of the opening round, Giant SILVA via Kimura submission defeated Sentoryu. 5 minutes and 2 seconds of round one, SEMMY with the armbar submission vanquished Gan McGee. Then it was NAOYA OGAWA at 1 minute and 34 seconds with a choke submitting STEFAN Blitz Leko. And then 1 minute 57 seconds and probably the most shocking upset of the year in mixed martial arts. And that by no means discredits Kevin the Monster Randleman, but he knocked out one of the heavy favorites to go all the way in this tournament in Mirko Krokop.
Yep, he did.
And then, in a fight that was very entertaining, 1 minute and 50, or make that 25 seconds of round number two, with a very unorthodox choke, the interim heavyweight champion Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira took care of Hirotaka Yokoi, suffering his first loss after 10 victories. And then in our main event, 2 minutes 11 seconds of the first round, Fyodor Emelianenko with the armbar submission over Mark the Hammer Coleman.
You know what? It was a great evening. I know that the people at home, they're going to be psyched after this because I think this is one of the best Pride shows that we ever had. And if I say one of the best Pride shows, it's going to be good because we had many good Pride shows. Pride is just the best, guys. Everybody can see it. Everybody, I mean, look at this. Look at the organization. You see the crowd. Look at the people on the screen right now.
Look at the shot in the screen right now.
What I'm talking to you about. You remember everybody's camaraderie. Everybody likes each other.
The 8 participants in the ring right now, posing for pictures. What an event that this sets up June 20th on pay-per-view, critical countdown. We can also tell you that it has now officially been announced Kazushi Sakuraba will return to participate on June 20th. But man, oh man, what kind of permutations this sets up. A great 8 in Heath Herring, SERGEI HARITONOV, Giant SILVA, SEMMY, NAOYA OGAWA, Kevin Randleman, as well as Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira and Fyodor Emelianenko. My, oh my, boss.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy, boss? Look at them. They're all standing there, and they're all hugging, and they're all happy. But in June, they're going to have to fight each other. It's the craziest part.
That's what mixed martial arts is all about. It's about respect. And boss, we should tell them the next time we'll be on pay-per-view. It's coming up very soon, May 23rd. It is Bushido Volume 3. The main event is going to be the Pride middleweight champion, Wanderlei Silva from the vaunted Shootbox team, taking on Japanese superstar, Pancrase veteran, yes, Yuki Kondo. Man, oh man, that's going to be exciting.
It's like I told you before, man, this fight could be the fight of the night. It's going to be the fight of the night, but that could be the fight of the year. Yuki Kondo is very close level to Wanderlei Silva. But let's go back here to the ring, because we have some addressing here in the ring, and the people ask us to address, to look at the part, look at our screen, and to see what people have to say. We're standing there right now, knowing that they're going to have to fight each other.
I'm very glad to be back here in Pride, and thank you for all your support. Thank you.
Slam Shield. Some people. Crazy Texas on. It's combo on right now, maybe. It's, I don't know what time it is.
Well, guys, I got to give me one of these belts.
Yeah, it's after 6 o'clock.
Out of place. These two guys got one. I need one too. So, looking forward to seeing you guys in August. Back in June, I got to go fight that next fight and then go on. See you guys then.
And of course, Heath Herring wanted us to give a big shout out to his buddies who are serving over in Iraq. And, you know, here we are with the camaraderie in the ring. And, you know, it truly is. We wish that there was more peace in the world. We don't want to turn this into a political statement by any means, boss, but he just wanted to say hello to his friends who are in the Army serving in Iraq. And we'll be back, of course, with Critical Countdown in June, as Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira now addresses the crowd.
E que vocês torçam para mim em junho novamente. Abraço, muito obrigado, Japão.
And he, of course, is saying hello.
Thank you. Obrigado. That's thank you. That's one thing I know.
I'm so happy, boss, that you speak so many different languages.
It's unbelievable.
Pride is a universal company, a universal organization. We have fighters from all over the world, and many different countries will be represented June 20th with Critical Countdown. And here he is from Brazil, Giant Silva.
God bless you. Thank you.
Well put by the Giant. And he just wanted to thank the crowd as well. Nogueira thanked the crowd for their support, promising them to show them a very good fight in June.
Okay, Kevin on the mic.
Kevin the Monster Randleman.
Look at the audience.
If there's one thing Kevin Randleman is very good at,
fight champions.
It's talking to the crowd.
It won't stop there. So you guys bring your friends back. Make sure you're watching the pay-per-views, because you guys will never, ever see a better show on earth than the Pride and Ogawa Chicken Hustle.
A little bit of a challenge already made. Fantastic fighter, fantastic talker. Kevin Randleman is just taking it to the next level tonight, boss.
Oh, yes. That is what happens. You don't have to lean down. You can eat what you eat. You know, that is a natural way. That's just a way that he fights the best. Here we got Fyodor.
И поддержали нас, спортсменов.
Speaking of Naoya Ogawa.
And the chicken.
After the comment by Kevin the Monster Randleman has brought him from the dressing room, and he is a member of the final 8 contingent, so it's interesting that he wasn't in the ring to begin with. A very interesting person is Naoya Ogawa.
Yeah.
To say the least. Also, Fyodor Emelianenko, we can tell you, has thanked everyone for their support.
Did you see Kevin McElreynolds made the chicken wing for like a second when he walked in? Is that what they call the chicken dance?
I finally found something that you're not very good at there, boss. Is that
singing?
A musical instrument?
Come on, man. I did karaoke. I did an inflection on her. Stars spread.
Naoya Ogawa has just said that he will try to do his best again. Well, on this night, his best was good enough as he put away Stefan Leiko via choke submission. There you see Nobuhiko Takada, Pride official, as he congratulates the contingent who has advanced to the final 8. And again, the date to mark down is June 20th. Available only on pay-per-view. The return of Kazushi Sakuraba and more fighters to be announced. It is going to be a tremendous night of action as we make our way to Final Conflict in August. Now, again, as mentioned, the next time we'll be on pay-per-view is May 23rd. Feature bout is going to be Vanderlei Silva versus Yuki Kondo. More matches to be announced. If you want more information, make sure you log on to pridefc.com.
思いを伝えたいと思います。思いとは本当にありがとうございました。そしてお疲れ様でした。それから次への期待、そしてこの強い男たちへの尊敬を込めて、一声かけたいと思います。いいですか？はい。
All right, well, thank you very much to Heath Herring for joining us. Thank you very much to the Iceman, Chuck Liddell, for joining us. And, of course, thank you to you for joining us. And as we continue with the fighters in the ring, Mr. Takada has just said thanks to everyone for coming out, thanks to the fans. And we want to thank all the fighters because they are indeed, each and every one of them, the man. And we will find out soon enough who the man of this tournament is. And on that note, for Boss Rutan, I am Mauro Ranallo saying thank you for watching Total Elimination 2004. The fun has just begun. We will see you next May 23rd for Bushido Volume 3, and then it is Critical Countdown on June 20th. From the Saitama Super Arena, we bid you all a good night.
Hasta la vista, baby. I told you in the pre-fight analysis that if he's on, and he might change the whole show. And you did, Gavin. You surprised us. I knew that if it was going to go to the ground, it was a big favor of you. And you said it yourself, too. You said, but if it stays on the feet, he's probably going to win. But you gave him a left hook from hell, went down and hammer fist the hell out of him. It was unbelievable, man. What were your thoughts?
Well, one for sure, and you know me, boss, I don't pull no punches. I was nervous as hell going out there, but I practiced with the greatest coach in the world, Mark Coleman. God bless us all, for sure. But I went out there and I knew that he was going to throw that right kick. So I just wanted to protect that right kick for that right kick, and I came out and shot so that he would think more about me shooting.
Yep.
And then when as you know, all kickers, you have to open your hips to throw the kick.
Yep.
I saw him open up his hips, and when I raised my arm in the air, he dropped the right side of his arm, which left it open like for a ninja. My left is my deadliest punch, but people don't understand that. And I was on, like you said, if I was on, I was going to win this fight.
You know what? I thought the setup that you did, you shot, you had him in the corner, you locked up. Referee came, you like to shut him up. Then right away, you shut it for the shot, boom, and he sprawled. And right away, you made a move, and he thought it was a takedown. You go, crack!
Yes.
And there was the left hook. Was that the plan?
I finally listened to Mark Coleman. I finally listened to him after all these years, after all these fights. I finally listened to him shoot, and come up with a left hook. And that's what I did because my right bicep is still very, very bad.
Yep.
But for everybody back home, my family, I want you guys to see it free at last, and I'm in that Black Knight. I want you to understand it for all the Japanese fans, for you, boss, and all the fans here, for my friends back home, for Yuki, for Yukino and everyone that out there that gave me some props, and the 6% of you guys that thought I could win. I guarantee you, don't think for one fucking minute that I'm not going to take this belt back to Ohio. Feeder, SEMMY, and all of them, they still have to worry about the midget.
You did a good job, buddy.
God bless you, bro.
Okay, man. Congratulations. Go party. Go party.
No parties.
No parties?
No.
Tonight, come on.
I'm partying with you only if you're going to come with.
Antonio, you surprised everyone with that choke there at the finish. What exactly was that?
Yeah, one kind of spinning choke. We trained. We just start to. I did that before. My brother is very good at the kind of choke, but we trained a lot just last week, and Mario helped me to improve. You know, so I was doing very good, and I was pretty confident to get this choke. Just before the fight, he just asked me like 10 times, "What are we going to do if he go to the double?" I said, "You're gonna do the kind of choke, and it works."
Right on. Congratulations. Yokoi proved to be a very tough opponent for you tonight. What did you think of him with the challenge he gave you?
Yeah, he was when they made this match. They make this match, and I know he was a tough guy, and he's very good judo. He got good throws. He throw me and stay away from my attacks from the bottom. You know, he played to make the fight get long. You know what I mean? And he didn't come inside. Tried many times, and but he did a good show. He's a tough guy. He proved that, and he took some shots standing up. He showed he's a very tough guy. But I was waiting till the right moment to do something.
You're one step closer now to realizing your goal of winning this entire tournament. What more do you think you have to work on to get there?
Work on my throws, I think. I got to improve this part also. And I want to get a little bit strong, stronger than now. I'm too light. I want to gain maybe 6 pounds. To get a little bit stronger than now. Keep training boxing, keep training my jiu-jitsu skills, and I improve more my wrestling.
All right, Antonio, congratulations once again and good luck.
Thank you very much, and thanks to everybody there in America to watch Pride now.
Hey everybody, I'm here with yet another K1 superstar, and this one is the champion, Mark Hunt, and he decided to join the best martial arts organization in the world, the Pride Fighting Championship. Mark, how did you come to this decision?
Well, it wasn't very hard. I wanted to challenge something new. I've already become the K1 champion, and I just thought this is another mountain I can climb. Maybe I can try something new. So Pride was a new challenge and a real big challenge, and the best mixed martial arts in the world. So
there you go.
I wanted to be here.
And was Mirko Krokop has something to do with it? You thought, you know what, Mirko is doing pretty good over there. Maybe I should go there.
Yeah, that too.
Have you been working on the ground? Uh-oh.
Yes, I have been in a bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yep.
You have some good gyms there where you live?
Yeah, it was just, like I said, a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. There's a good trainer I've had in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Marcello is from the Gracie clan, one of the branches, so yeah, he's been pretty good.
You've been training with a gi or without a gi?
Without gi.
Yeah, this is very important. Please stay with that, don't let anybody fool you and tell you, train with a gi, because it's totally different. So when is going to be the show? When are we going to see Mark Hunt?
June. June is the beginning. I'm going to be here as a Pride fighter.
Man, I know that everybody's really looking forward to it because, yeah, like I said, Mirko is doing a real good job here at the Pride, and we need another real good striker. And I know that you are tough as nails because I've seen you getting hit so hard and you don't even flinch. So I think this is going to be a great asset to the Pride Fighting Championship.
Yeah, I hope so.
And you're looking at chase around the ring again, aren't you?
Yes, and just stay away from those high kicks of people like Mirko and that,
But what would you do if you fight a guy like Antonio Nogueira? I mean, that is a total different ball game for you. I mean, he's a ground fighter and you're a striker. Obviously, you have to work with wrestlers to defend yourself from a takedown?
Yeah, what I would do normally do is just go in every other fight, is learn as much as I can with the groundwork, but just pretty much fight like I think it's fiddle.
Yeah.
Fiddle, yeah, and just strike. I think that's the best I can do.
Just go at it as a train, bulldozer, whatever you're going to call it, tank actually, because you just go straight through and get them.
10 minutes is a long time, so you got to pace yourself a bit. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Like I said, I can't really say right now, but I'll be training pretty hard for this event. So yeah.
Okay, so you've been training already.
Already, yeah.
Okay, you've been training already also for the 10-minute round, like you said, and you're going to have 2 extra 5-minute rounds afterwards. But it's like you said, a lot of fighters who come from other companies, they come in and they say, you know what, it really breaks me up the first 10 minutes. It's too long. A 10-minute round takes a lot of power.
Yeah, it does. I can imagine. Like I said, I have not done it before, but I will be doing so.
All right.
I will be here.
There you hear it. Hey, yet another one coming in. And man, I'm really looking forward. Thank you very much for this interview. And I see you in June.
Yeah, no worries. See you all in June.
He's already holding an arm, so it looks like he's going to go for an armbar, but he is blazing away with hammer fists. Who says that hammer fists are not effective? Look at this. And as you can see, he doesn't really hit it with the soft part of his hand, but with the bone, with the bone of the wrist. A nice hit right there.
And now going to work on the body is Herring with those left hands. And now one shot to the head. And Herring, busy going downstairs and upstairs, has the high base.
Good, he goes to the body and then goes to the head. That's a perfect combination. A little bit, yes. Mix it up with right straight or hammer fist.
Or hammer fist, and call it any which way you want to, boss. Takahashi calls it pain at this stage of the game. We are into the 5th minute of round number 1. And it's been a seesaw battle, but now it's Herring on top in the guard of Takahashi, and he'll try to pass this somehow, or maybe go for the can opener.
Yeah, he tried the can opener there, but he's fighting against Takahashi. He knows all the submissions. Can opener is easy to escape. You just have to switch your hip to the side, to the left, or the right, and it's off.
Takahashi comes into this fight with a record of 26 wins, 17 losses, 3 draws, a veteran at Pancrase, making his first appearance in Pride. Heath Herring, of course, a Pride veteran, his 15th appearance with a record of 10-4.
Yeah, and as you can see, this is not the Heath Herring we saw in the last 2 fights. He's going right away from the bat. Bang, the bell rang, and he's starting.
And this is the Heath Herring that many fans will remember a couple of years ago in that thrilling title defense. Oh, and he said this is it. Heath Herring has just knocked out Yoshiki Takahashi.
With a back fist, with a hammer fist.
And Heath Herring dispatches Yoshiki Takahashi in round number 1. A game competitor was Takahashi. And there we have it, boss. Looks like Hua, boss. Almost looks like when he's going for a right hand, almost telegraphing it a bit, the way he's looping it there, as Haritonov seems the crisper puncher right now.
Yeah, absolutely right. And what he does also, if he gives a left straight, he's looking down. Look.
Again, 4-inch height advantage for Haritonov, so it gives him the reach advantage. But don't discount Hua. As Boss Rutan has said on many occasions, this guy's got the stamina, the never say die attitude, and we are watching a very exciting opening 3 minutes here between Haritonov and Hua. Hua, of course, goes downstairs with a kick, perhaps setting him up for a takedown.
Yeah, I think he should throw more left low kicks inside leg and set up a shot. Yeah, right straight. Nice body shots. There's SERGEI has some good right body shots.
Very focused is Haritonov. Sticking to his game plan. Just firing off those single shots, the left jab, gauging the distance. Nice body shot.
Those going to count, trust me. That could take away the stamina that I was talking about.
Vanderlei Silva shouting out instructions to Hua. Hua now tries to get inside, and that's where he'll have to be if he wants to be successful against the taller fighter. And so far, Haritonov has done a superlative job of keeping Hua at bay.
Yeah, and again, his body shots are perfect. They're not to deliver, but to the other side, which is the milk, and that hurts too. Look at that.
Did you think that they would be standing so late into the round, boss? Your 4 minutes. So many people thought that HARITONOV would try to take him to the ground, but so far we're seeing that he is a very effective striker.
Very effective. Again, I tell you now, the 5th time, his body shots. Look at his body shots. Right body shot, and then he gives a left hook to the head. Watch what he does. Body shot and a head shot. Boom, boom, and it goes up.
Doing a very good job, and it looks like those body shots are starting to take their toll. That is Stanger Marilla Ninjahua. He's along the ropes, and he's gone. He's out. SERGEI HARITONOV has knocked out Ninjahua.
Unbelievable.
In stunning fashion, SERGEI HARITONOV has knocked out Marilla Ninjahua to advance to critical countdown in June. What a display by SERGEI HARITONOV. We knew that anytime Mirko Krokop is in the ring, Kevin Randleman.
Excellent.
Attacks him right away, Heath.
Very smart. This was a very smart move from Kevin.
He's got to take him down, though.
Yep.
Randleman has him hemmed in the corner, looking for the body lock, the underhooks. And they are there in a stalemate. Now with a full body lock, Randleman has Krokop.
Krokop's going to push his chin backwards. You watch, with his palms underneath his chin. Kevin is already pressing his head out, so he can't do it.
It's also very important here to notice Krokop's expending a lot of energy trying to hold Kevin away. Kevin's actually using his weight to hold Krokop. Of course, Krokop's actually having to use actual strength.
Good point, Herring. And Heath Herring, of course, victorious over Takahashi earlier tonight, advancing to the Elite 8 critical countdown coming up June 20th. And remember, Randleman, a 2-time NCAA Division I wrestling champion, knows all about the takedown.
Oh, yes, he does. He had Ohio State champion, like I said. He had over 155 wrestling matches.
Very illustrious career.
Record of 14-7 in MMA, making his 6th appearance here in Pride. Record of 3-2.
Not good.
Yeah, no, but he didn't do anything with the lockup. He should have tried to take him down, so that's why if he came in, he got to watch out, keep his hand up, because the kick is coming. Kick is coming.
He's setting him up, right?
Yeah, and it's going to go to the body if he keeps his hand
Keep
too
that
high.
right hand up, Kevin. Come on, bud.
Yep. He's got to shoot it now.
Yeah, you see it coming.
There's the takedown attempt by Randleman with a shot back up to his feet. Excellent. And by Randleman. Knocks down Krokop. Unbelievable.
Who would have guessed that?
Randleman has Krokop on his back.
It's over. Unbelievable.
Randleman has knocked down Mirko Krokop. The monster has knocked down Mirko Krokop. Kevin Randleman has knocked down Mirko Krokop.
Oh, my God.
Excellent.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute 57 seconds, who said things cannot happen in the world of mixed martial arts? Mirko Krokop, considered to be one of the top 3 favorites to go all the way. Kevin the Monster Randleman. Nogueira with an overall record of 21-2-1. This is his 11th appearance in the Pride Fighting Championships. A record of 9-1. His only loss, of course, coming against Fyodor Emelianenko, where he lost the heavyweight championship. There's a looping right hand that misses by Yokoi. There's a knee to the gut, but a nice judo takedown by Yokoi. North-south position.
Look at this, how he gets up. See,
Escape by Nogueira. Wow. Yokoi has some tricks.
Impressive.
As I would say, up his sleeve, boss, and you're supposed to say...
No, he's not wearing any sleeves.
Okay, thank you. There's some combinations being delivered there by Nogueira.
Nogueira should really start pressing the fight. That's what I think. Press, make him tired.
He's throwing good combinations, and he needs to just step it up a little more, throw a few more, and move in more.
Definitely have to increase the tempo, start dictating the pace of this fight, because you're right, Yokoi, while he has definitely impressed, is beginning to fatigue. As you can see even there, the way he's backing up, he's on wobbly legs.
Nice knee to the body there.
Looking, and there's a sloppy shot.
And knees to the head. Oh, my God.
He's got the...
In a bad position, he's just starting to get knee to the head.
trying to turn him over to choke here.
Choke. Yep, that's a choke.
Interesting
Oh,
choke.
he's got it.
Oh, nice.
With a neat little joke there, Chuck.
I've never seen that joke. That was pretty creative.
That was a top 2 special. That's what it was.
An unorthodox joke by Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. He neatly puts away on top of Emelianenko in the corner.
He's got him down. That's one thing for sure, but can he hold him down? Yes, he can or not. He's got an underhook. Yes, he can hold him down. Of course he can hold him down.
Physically,
the full mount.
These two are very similar.
He's going for a choke now.
Coleman, 12 years older than Emelianenko. And now he has the hooks in, but again, there he is going for a rear naked choke, is Coleman. But you can see Emelianenko doing the right thing there, boss, tucking his chin and turning to the side, and in no danger whatsoever.
Yeah, Coleman should try to climb on top right now, because otherwise he might turn himself, Fedor that is, and otherwise Coleman needs to get his guard really, really tight around him. Which is a little bit dangerous, because if you cross your feet, you can be leg locked. Yeah, they're half locked.
Of course,
it's very difficult to choke somebody, especially with these gloves, I'm telling you. If you know the right move to defend yourself.
Oh, and there, what you've always suggested, boss, from the under the arm, reining in some right hands now. That good transition there by Emelianenko.
He's going
for the guillotine.
He's going to lift him up. Coleman is going to lift him up. He's got to go in between his legs and he's got to lift him up. This is what's going to happen. Watch.
Looking for that crotch throw is Coleman. And popping his head out is Coleman. But now he's met with a couple of left and right. And there's a knee, but Coleman comes back with a single leg.
He's holding the
double leg
legs
now and picking them up.
He was holding the ropes. Fedor was holding the ropes.
Nice takedown by Coleman.
Don't let him get the guard.
Open guard.
Yes, bring him down.
In Coleman's corner, we have Kevin Randleman, victorious earlier tonight over Mirko Krokop, as well as the Iceman Chuck Liddell and Wes Sims. In Emelianenko's corner, Alexander Emelianenko, his brother, and Vladimir Goranov.
He's got
here's the armbar. And Coleman at the tap. And Fyodor Emelianenko submits Mark the Hammer Coleman with the armbar. Fyodor Emelianenko, the Pride Heavyweight Champion, submits the 2000 Grand Prix champion, and at 2 minutes and 11 seconds of the opening.
Since the dawn of time, man has fought man, whether it be war or one-on-one combat, and the fighting spirit is born within every human being. And with that being said, the sport of fighting has evolved over the centuries to become a spectator event. That's why in the late 90s, the Japanese took the sport of fighting to the next level. They created Pride Fighting Championships, a venue where real men could do battle for not only the right to be called the world's best fighter, but also a competition for one's pride.
The Pride Fighting Championships is the best organization in the world.
It's a good event, it's a big event, you know, and right now I think it's the best event ever.
It's the best company, they have the best fighters, and definitely the toughest competition. So it's like, if you consider yourself a very serious fighter, that's the place to be fighting.
You'll get to see a lot of different kinds of athletes doing a lot of different things, and it's entertaining.
Pride's a great show, and as an organization, as a show, as a pay-per-view event, as a live event, they've got one of the premier shows on the planet. It's a treat to watch.
Ever since the beginning, I can tell you that I've been a huge fan. and it's nice to have seen the evolution of it, actually. It's come a long, long way. In comparison to what goes on in the States, I think it's so much more honorable here. I don't know whether it's the Japanese people. I would imagine that's what it is. The Japanese fans are just being over here. It's totally different.
Japan is the country where it all started. The samurai, it came from Japan. The Japanese people, they love the fighters. If they win or they lose, they don't care. You know, so if you are a fighter and you go to Pride, which is the biggest organization in the world, you have a chance to fight there. And then even when you lose, you're in their eyes still a winner because you're a warrior. You had the guts to get into the ring. That's the best feeling in the world.
Within the ring of Pride, you'll find real athletes with real fighting skills. Warriors who have dedicated their lives to a particular style of fighting. All of these styles come together to prove just who is the strongest fighter in the world. And that question will be answered within the ring of Pride Fighting Championships, where real men vow to fight for their pride.
The best thing that God could give me are enemies. So that pushes us forward to get better and to be able to improve ourselves in order to beat them.
They're very well trained. They train for situations like that every day, 2 or 3 times a day.
Wins make me feel very exciting, complete myself.
Boxing and all the other stuff, that's all good and dandy, but when you come to watch a Pride show, you're going to see someone get their butt kicked.
It's 2 people who choose to be there. In the ring, they signed a contract, they trained, he trained, the other one trained.
The fans can always expect a good show when they watch Pride.
That's it. The fun part comes fight night when you can feel that win within your grasp.
So discover what millions of fight fans already know. There's no fight like a Pride fight.
It's just a lot of action, and both guys want to win. Both guys train as hard as possible.
Pride's just blown up. We're going to blow this whole thing up.
And it's the most basic form of competition.
Oh, that is the allure of it. It's who's going to go down, who's going to be the bigger man, who's going to take damage and continue on. That's the story.
If you want to see real fighting for what it really is, watch Pride. Because Pride will show you exactly what it's about.
Pride Fighting Championships. You've never seen fights like these.